everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to show you how to make this pop-out panel card. I made one a while ago with a butterfly and I've got another one as well, so I will do a separate playlist for these cards. I made this during a YouTube live over on my other channel, so I will link it below if you want to see how this one's made. Basically, when you open it up, you have this raised panel. I've used acetate to create this underwater scene, but it could be cardstock. You could have a big sentiment on there. It's entirely up to you. But the nice thing about this is you can have it obviously displayed open, but you can also have it as a tent fold. And this kind of just, it's hard to tell, but it does kind of just hang down. So you can see all of that lovely detail. And I've popped the whale there on a little wobbler. But you can make this on any size card. I think it's going to work for many themes. I can imagine lots of flowers and butterflies and things like that on this as well. So today I'm going to do a space theme. So let's get started. For that underwater card, I used my Making Waves set, stamp and die set. But today I'm going to use the up above. So I've already gone ahead and stamped and coloured the images that I'm going to use. And then the papers, you'll see on the front of this one, you've got that lovely sea. That's this one here. And then I'm going to use on the front of this card the space. And then I've inked my own background for inside. But again, if the products are still available, they're always linked in the description box below. Now I have coloured in all of my, I love the little aliens. I've coloured the aliens, the rocket, what else we got there? The spaceship. And if I just hold up the colours, I know some of you like to take a screenshot if you've got these. These are old Creative Craft Products markers, but those are the colours that I've used to colour everything in. So there's very little scoring for this one. So I've got an 8x8 card blank. So that's already done. I've already stuck the front on. You can see I've got my top fold there. If you want to make this yourself, you'll want one piece of 8x8 card, okay, and one piece of 8x8.5. And you can see the 8.5, it's got that 1/2 inch tab, which I've stuck to the back of this one. So your 8.5 piece, you want to score at 8 inches. So you've got a 1/2 inch tab and just fold that over and stick it to the 8x8 piece. So I've got the join on the back, so you're not going to see it. And then when it opens up, you can see it's all nice and it just looks like one big piece of cardstock. But it could be 6x6, 5x7, whatever card size you want to make, that's going to work, okay? Then I've cut myself this here, which is the same green. And then I've inked it up. I've used black cert, chipped sapphire, blueprint sketch, festive berries and twisted citron. They're the colours that I use, and I just brushed them all over and left kind of the lighter green in the middle with a bit of the twisted citron. And then I spritzed over it with water, blotted it off to give you that kind of faux bleaching effect. And then I spritzed it with the weathered wood, which is a really lovely silver, like gunmetal. And you can see, if I bring that up, can you see that lovely shimmer that it gives you? And then these embossed stars are from that stamp set. You get the little cluster just here. So I just randomly stamped those. So that's how I created all of that. So I'm going to stick that inside here. So that's 7 3/4 squared. And the pattern paper from the pack is 7 3/4 squared. So stick them all down. Now for the pop-up, that will vary slightly depending on the size card you do. And also the aperture size. But I've got a piece of 6x2. Now the width can be anything you want. It doesn't have to be 2 inches. It could be 1. It might even be bigger. I did say in the live, which maybe is worth watching if you just want to get a few more tips and tricks with this style. If you do a long strip, when you open the card up, so if you imagine this is longer and have all different lengths of acetate, and you could have different characters hanging down. I thought, again, it'd look good for under the water theme, space theme. You could have maybe some Christmas lights or something. So there's definitely a lot of scope with this style. So along the 6 inch side, I've scored at 1 inch. Now I've done 1 inch because my aperture, and this is going to be a good way for you to decide on the size that you want this piece to be. This is going to cut into the front here. And you can see from the top here, I might have to bring that down a little bit, so I've definitely got the room, but it's got that 1 inch gap before the aperture cuts. So measure, whatever size card you're doing, measure this distance where you're going to sit your aperture and make sure your first score line is just under that, because you want that to be hidden when it closes that fold. And then the rest of it I'll explain in a moment. But so say you're doing a 6x6, you might have obviously a smaller circle or a square shape. It's entirely up to you. Just measure this distance here and that would be your first score line. So I've scored at 1, and then I'm going to do a 2 inch platform, which is what this is here. So I'm just trying to break it down so that you can adapt this to other sizes. So that's 2 inches. Now, if you've got a 6x6 card, you might only want it to come down 1 inch. You could come down 3. Okay, so this next portion that you're scoring is this piece that comes out. So I've done 2, and then your next score line is going to be the same 1 because it needs to match the first section. So I've scored at 1, 3, and then 4. So if I bring this all around, you're going to fold it all like that. That is my platform that I'm going to stick my acetate onto. So there's the 1 inch to fit where the aperture will cut. That's what I just feel I need to be able to stick what I want onto it. But like I said, yours might be a bit longer. And then you need that same 1 inch, so it's the same as the back here, and then you'll need your same base as the top. So just decide those first 2 sections and make sure the other 2 are the same. Okay, hopefully that's broken that down a bit and allowed you to be able to then, you know, use that on other sizes. I might not do a mini series on this one because I am in the middle of doing one already, but it's certainly maybe something I can come back to and do a couple of other sizes. We'll see. Okay, so get both of your pieces stuck down and then open up the card. This size is 6 inch. Could be square. You could have multiple apertures as well. It doesn't have to be one. And if you don't have any dies, you can draw around something. A nice star shape would be good as well. So I'm going to bring this just a little bit down, just so I've definitely got that 1 inch there. Make sure it's nice and even on the sides. So that I've gone for a circle, so it kind of acts like, you know, a planet, the moon, just that kind of space shape that you would use. Now, because I'm doing 8x8 size, I will need to use my larger die machine. So I've got my A4 Big Shot. Okay, so that's cut away nicely. So that is what you're going to see when you take the card out of the envelope, which I think looks really cool, works well together. Then with the same shape die that you've used, you want to cut it again in acetate or cardstock. You know, you might not need to have yours in acetate, but I want you to be able to see through it and see things below as well as above. That's why I think it worked really well on this one. You can imagine like a pond. You could frame this, you could have a fisherman looking down into the pond. That would look really cool. So next we want to attach our platform here. So you want to fold it in half, so you have your 1 inch section on the left and then your 2 inch if that's what you've got, but just your smallest and then your largest. And I'm going to run my glue all on that 1 inch section first. Okay, and then I want to sit this in the middle of the card here. So just take a ruler, just roughly, what have I got there? 3 and 3. There we go. So right up to the fold and then just bring that down. Just let that stick onto that section. Okay. And then if you just fold it right over, and then you're going to add your glue all over 2 by 2 square, or whatever your inner size section is there. Okay, keep it all folded in half still and fold it back down. And that's now going to stick to the bottom. Okay, and then carefully bring that up, and now you've got your platform. And that's where I'm going to attach this. Now when you attach it, you're going to line it back up with this. So I'm going to add my double-sided tape onto that part. Now what I thought I'd do differently with this one, you can see I've got the sentiment and everything on the front there, but I thought with this one, because I've got a bigger section that I kind of want to hide, I've got my birthday, and I think I'm going to have that on top, and then maybe I can have some stars and things like that to kind of disguise it. I could pop the rocket over there as well, but you can see how that's going to lift up, so you'll see the sentiment inside as well as when it's all closed. So I'm just going to take some double-sided tape. I think I'm actually just going to run a piece just along the bottom section there. I think that's all I'm going to need. And that way I've only got that little bit of tape that I need to kind of hide. Obviously, if you're using cardstock, you won't need to worry about it at all. I'm just going to give this a quick wipe with some rubbing alcohol, surgical spirit. Okay, so that's nice and clean. So I'm going to close this back down and lay this back into that shape to its frame there, and just make sure that's all secure. Now, obviously this is bigger and it's kind of dipping down, which actually does still look nice. I think if it's under the water, things like that, it doesn't really matter. But I think on this one, I'm definitely going to add another little support underneath. So I'm just going to show you how you can do that. So I'm going to take another piece of the green card. Now this piece I only need to be quite small, and I'm going to have it positioned so that a planet or one of the aliens will kind of hide it. So I'm going to cut this so it's just 1/2 inch wide. Okay, so I've just kept it at the 6 for a minute, but this time I'm going to score at 1/2 inch because I just need a little bit to go behind, but I need the same 1 inch height. So I'm going to do 1/2 and then 1 1/2. and then half again, which is 2, and then another 1. And then because this isn't attaching to the back, I need to just add another little 1/2 inch tab, just so that can all connect together. So this has ended up being 3.5 by 1/2 inch. And I'm going to fold this like so, and then add my glue to that little 1/2 inch and pop it under the other one. So now we've got a solid little platform there. I can then attach this anywhere under here, and it's now going to just lift that end up. Okay, so if you need to add little supports, just make sure that you've got your height the same as whatever this piece is. And then the width, I've done 1/2 inch, but that can be whatever you want. But that's going to sit perfectly behind any of these aliens and you won't notice it. But I'm going to add that last because I can decorate and then just attach that underneath. But I want to have the birthday, so that's going to cover that up perfectly. So we'll have that there. And then I've got like the rocket. I think I'm going to use a spinner, probably on the front of the card. These are little, I'll link them below. I got them on Amazon. They're little spinners. And they're basically what you get in a fidget spinner. I'll bring it up there. Can you see the ball bearings? So you just add some glue to the bottom and a little bit to the top. And then whatever you put on there will spin around. So I might have one down here maybe. Obviously there's a bit of dimension with these. You can get smaller ones, which are nail art spinners. But they're dinky apparently. I think these are actually a good size for your cards because there is some dimension with that anyway, so it should be fine. But I'm going to get all of this stuck down and decorated, and then I'll show you at the end. So here is the finished card. This has been so nice to make. I've really enjoyed this. So we've got Houston, we have a birthday, and then when you lift it up, you can see that all lifts with the card, and then we got our fun little alien going a bit crazy. How sweet is that? I did a space theme card for my nephew a couple of years ago now, I think, and he really loved it. These themes always go down well, I think, with young kids. How fun there, and I love the holographic card there with the birthday. So you can keep it obviously displayed open, or it can be as a tent fold as well. I just have to re-burnish that a little bit. There we go. Oh, I also added a little wobbler onto this one as well. So there's lots of movements, really interactive as well. I think it's just a very fun card. So I'll just bring back in this one. Again, you can see the wobbler on the front there. And then how that looks with all the fishes. I think they're both really nice. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite one. I think probably this one. I just love those little aliens. So as always, thank you for watching. I will link all of the products that I've used in the description box below. You can find the live link for this card as well. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today, because it does help out the channel. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.